Did you see this? Did you see it? Apparently, LEGO's teasing something big for Zelda. What are they looking at, by the way? I'm assuming Ganon? That's gotta be a big LEGO Ganon, right? But yeah, LEGO's teasing a big Zelda announcement coming next year. I assume it's going to be a Zelda series of LEGO sets. And yeah, all we know is it's coming in 2026, and there's a website to keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, there's not much on the website right now beyond this trailer, but if you scroll down, you can really see the one LEGO set they already do have for Zelda, being the Great Deku Tree. But it seems like that was just the tip of the iceberg, and there's much more coming based on that teaser. So that's pretty fun. But what I really want to talk about are these comments I saw from Reggie about the Switch 2, as I thought they were kind of interesting. And first of all, before we get to it, well, first of all, this interview, these words come to us by way of the Game Business, of which I believe is the Jeff Keighley outlet, and they interviewed him recently, in which IGN captured some quotes, but I actually have a direct link for you of something I really want to show you. I find this really funny. Watch this. Hear Reggie talk about how we got the Switch 2.
Have you got a Switch 2? You've been...
I do have a Switch 2. And, you know, I have to say, for the fans who may be wondering, I had to go buy my own. You know, I had to find my own way of getting my hands on a Switch 2. The company did not send me one for free.
Oh, outrageous.
I'm sorry. I just find that really freaking funny that the freaking head of Nintendo of America the president didn't get a Switch 2, even though he was there for the last, 20 years up until recently, or relatively recently. That's just hilarious to me. Anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. I just found that while looking into this, and I thought it was really funny. But he did have some comments about Switch 2, and there's more in the interview, which you should watch. I'll link to both the IGN article and the full interview in the description below. But he talked about how he found the Switch 2 launch lineup a little perplexing, more accurately, or more specifically stating that, from a business perspective, when I first saw that lineup, I scratched my head a little bit. Just because, the Switch 2 lineup was a little unusual, being, a Mario Kart game, everybody switched, what was it called? I don't remember the game. What the hell is that weird launch lineup game? Welcome Tour, there we go. And yeah, IGN editorializes a little bit more beyond what he actually said. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But he then continues into how he certainly, Reggie says, certainly what I underestimated was the enhanced Nintendo Switch 1 content, which I think has been compelling. The stuff that you get for free as part of the Switch Online subscription, I think that has helped drive some of the momentum, and certainly Donkey Kong Bonanza is a key driver for them. And I agree with that. I think Reggie's right. I don't think the Switch 2 editions have been the most exciting thing in the world, but I think they have been useful in providing momentum for the system and, extending a library that, people may have already had access to or maybe looking to buy into for the first time. So I think by and large the Switch 2 editions were a good idea. I don't know if I've loved every edition of them, but I will say Super Mario or Mario Party Jamboree, for as sloppy as that one is, it's been a lot of fun playing the new options they have in the Switch 2 edition. Beyond that though, Reggie also talks about third-party support and how it's, seems like it's been good for Nintendo, or will be on Switch 2 more accurately. But he said one thing he's been surprised by is the Xbox. He states that, "I'm surprised the Xbox has not yet fully embraced Switch 2 from a software perspective. Certainly some games could easily be ported over to Switch 2, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of that. I thought there would be much more, especially during this time frame leading into the holiday. All through the fall, I was fully expecting some dedicated announcement, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened." And yeah, Reggie's totally right here. I don't even know if Microsoft really knows what they're doing with Xbox these days, and that doesn't help their business model, considering it seems like they've really lost focus. And I guess, putting games on Switch 2 might be a little confusing, but they've already basically fully gone into that, that idea of putting their games on other platforms. So the fact they're not supporting Switch 2 during its first big holiday season is shocking, when that could be an easy in for them to, increase sales and get attention for their games. And even the new Halo remake hasn't even been announced for Switch 2 yet, so we'll have to see if that changes down the line. Hopefully it would, that they're smart and can get it running on the system. But there you go, everyone. Those are Reggie's comments. There, of course, is much more in the full interview, which you can find linked in the description below. As you can see, there's not a ton of views on it yet, so let's get them some more views. It's, I think he has more to say. I didn't watch the full thing, so I'm sure you can see the timestamps of which he talks about. There's more on Switch, the Switch 2 lineup, PlayStation and Xbox third-party games on Switch 2, the console war, and much more. So with everyone, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.